I'm Muhammad Syami Hanis bin Harun from BM3 Intake 2024-29. Do you want to know how technology helped me a lot? Let's check it out.
Hey, hi. My name is Muhammad Shazani. Intake 24-29. Do you want to know about technology? Let's explore together.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Azhar bin Harun. I'm in 24-29. Wanna see us discuss about technology? Let's go. Hey Syami,
Hey,
what are you doing?
Oh, I read article about ways technology in the classroom enhance student success.
What is technology? Can you explain
Oh,
more
yes.
about it?
Yeah, sure. Let's discuss about it. Come.
Hey guys, have you ever thought about how much technology has changed the way we study? I mean, it's practically the backbone of our academic life now.
True, but do you think it's a bit of double-edged sword? We rely on it so much, but sometimes I feel like we are missing out on other important skills.
I agree, Syam. Technology is great for convenience, but sometimes I prefer good old textbook. There's something about physically flipping through pages that help me to focus.
Oh, I see. But think about it, technology makes things so much more efficient. We have access the endless information of our fingertip. You don't have to go through a ton of book to find a single article anymore. Platform like Google Scholar or even YouTube you can use, which is complete easier to understanding.
And it's not just about access to information. Apps like Microsoft Teams, Google Doc, and even simple tools like calculators have streamlined our assignment. You can collaborate in real time, which is essential, especially for group work.
True, I can deny how convenient it is to work on a project together without being in the same room. But don't you think it making us overly dependent?
Oh, okay. I get your point, Zarif. But it's about balance. Sure, we use technology for almost everything, but we also need to use it wisely. For instance, when I study, I use app that limit this distraction, like Canva. That's way I use it technology to stay focused instead of getting sidetracked.
That's where self-discipline comes in. Technology can either be a distraction or a tool, depending on how you manage it. If you set boundaries, you can get the most out of it without falling into the trap of endless scrolling or gaming.
I see where you coming from, but sometimes it feel like it's not just about distraction. What do you think about the quality of learning? We have access to summaries and quick answer online, but are we really understanding the material?
I think technology actually enhance our understanding if I use right. Take online course, for example. There are interactive elements, quiz, and even virtual labs that simulate real-world application. It makes learning more engaging.
Plus, it caters to different learning styles. Some students prefer visual aids, while others might grasp concepts better through interactive simulation. Traditional classroom can always provide that kind of customization.
Okay, fair enough, I admit it. I benefited from watching tutorial videos when textbook didn't make sense. But do you think that these online tools can fully replace the traditional learning method?
Um, I not necessarily replace, but complement. I think hybrid learning, where technology support traditional method, is the future. We still need face-to-face interaction or for discussion and hand-on activity, but technology can fill the gap where the traditional method fall short.
Exactly. Imagine combining both worlds using technology to action efficiency, but still maintaining critical thinking and deep learning through traditional method. That's the sweet spot.
I see what you guys are saying. Maybe I need to embrace technology more.
Yeah.
But with caution. I guess the key to take away is to find a balance that works best for each of us.
Okay. Yep. It's all about finding what's work best for you. But there are no denying that technology is here to stay, especially in academic. Whether it's a research, collaboration, or just keeping track of a deadline, it hurts to imagine studying without it.
And let's not forget how it's shaping the future job market too. The skill we are developing now, like using different software and tools, will definitely be useful later in our careers.
I guess I have to admit, technology does play a huge role in modern academics. It's not just a tool, it's becoming a necessity. But like we say, balance is the key.
Exactly. So, ready to dive deeper into technology for our next assignment?
Alright, I'm in.
Let's go to exam.
But we discuss about technology in next topic.
Oh.
Our next topic is a daily routine. How does technology fit into your daily routine? Personally, the first thing I interact with every day, my phone wake up me at 6 p.m. and I go straight to checking my to-do list on my productivity app.
I do something similar, but I try not to check my phone right away. I wake up around 7, but I spend the first 30 minutes without any screen, just having breakfast and getting ready. Once I sit down to study, that's when I start using my laptop and phone.
For me, morning are a bit chaotic, but not an early riser. So, I usually wake up late and rush to class. My phone helps me a lot though. I set multiple alarms and quickly check my schedule for days using a calendar app or so I know what to prioritize.
I really can imagine managing my study without technology. Apps like Notion and Google Calendar help me organize everything. For example, I do assignment, join a Google Meet from a lecturer or group projects like we discussed, and I plan whole day with those tools.
Yeah, same here. I use Google Drive a lot for organizing notes and Microsoft Teams for group discussion. It makes collaboration so much easier when everyone is busy. I don't think it will manage half of my deadline without these tools.
I agree that's make things more efficient, but it also create distraction. Sometimes I open my laptop to studies, but then I get stuck into YouTube or social media such as TikTok and Instagram. I feel like I'm constantly fighting between productivity and distraction.
So that's where disciplines come in. I use app like Forest or Focus Booster to stay on track. Because the application, the app block our distraction for set time. so I can focus on studying.
I try to keep a balance. I study in 45-minute intervals and then take short breaks. During those breaks, I allow myself some screen time. Maybe check social media or play a TikTok, quick game or anything that I like. That way I don't feel guilty about using my phone, but I also stay productive.
Okay. What's about evening? For me, once I am done with class and assignment, I want done with some Netflix. For example, I watch the movie, K-drama or music on Spotify. It helps me relax after a productive day.
Evening are my downtime too. I usually do something offline though. I will read a book or just go for a walk to clear my head. Technology plays such a big part in my day that I try to step away from it in the evening.
I'm the opposite. Evening are when I get most of my work done. So I'm usually glued to my laptop until the midnight. I do try to relax after work by gaming or watching a series, but sometimes it just leads me to more procrastination.
Oh, okay. The role of technology in productivity balance. It sounds like we all use technology in different way. I think it's essential for keeping me organized and productive. Without it, I probably forget half of my way task for the day. For example, I maybe forget about the assignment that lecturer give to us.
Yeah, technology really helps manage time better, but it's also important to find balance. Like Zarif said, it's easy to get distracted, so setting boundaries is the key.
I agree. I love using technology for studying, but it can easily take over my days if I'm not careful. I think I need to use some of the focus app you mentioned, Salani. Maybe that will help me to get more out of my routines.
Oh, so okay. The final thought on technology in daily routine. For me, I wish at the end of the day, I think why a lot in this am I personally. So I think technology has become a vital part of student life. You know, okay. From organization to collaborating on project or even relaxing, it's hard to imagine a routine without it.
True, it's a double-edged sword though. While it makes things easier, it can also lead to burnout if we are not careful. We need to find ways to use it mindfully so that it enhances our routine rather than disrupt it.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that too. Technology has its own advantages, but it's all about finding that balance. I think I will start paying more attention to how I use it, and maybe I try sticking to a better routine.
Yes, that's good plan. Maybe we can even share tips on apps or method that's work for us. It's all about improving how we manage our time and stay productive without getting overwhelmed.
I'm down for that. Let's make the most of the tool we have, but also know when to step away and take a break.
Sounds good. I start with setting my alarms that actually wake me up on time.
So we move to our next topic. After that talk, I have been thinking how much technology has advanced in healthcare, especially for students like us, from wearable fitness tracker to mental health app is really transforming how we manage our health.
Yeah, I have noticed too. I have been using health apps to track my step and calorie intake. It helps me aware of my fitness, especially with all the sitting we do in class. It's amazing how these simple tools can make a big difference.
I don't know. I get the convenience, but how much can we really rely on an app for something as important as healthcare? I mean, it's great for tracking, but can it really replace a visit to the doctor?
Okay. It's not about replacing doctor, but rather complementing the healthcare system. For example, we take the telemedicine that we imagine you are feeling sick and can max it to the clinic. With telehealth apps, you can consult a doctor from your phone. It saves time for student. We are always busy with assignment. It's a huge plus.
Exactly. Plus, mental health apps are a game changer. You can access therapy session or even use meditation apps to manage stress and anxiety, which is something a lot of students deal with.
Okay, I can see how that useful, especially for mental health. But what about accuracy? Can this app really diagnose conditions? I still prefer a face-to-face consultation for anything serious.
You are right to be cautious, Arif. But the main goal of this technology is to focus on prevention. For example, a fitness tracker that monitor your heart rate, sleep pattern, and daily activity. These things keep us aware of our health of body before anything serious develop. For example, the heart attack and such thing that dangerous.
True. I recently started using a smartwatch that track my sleep. I realized I wasn't getting enough rest during exam season, and since then I have made adjustment. Small things like that can improve your overall well-being.
Okay, I get the idea of prevention, but doesn't this constant tracking cause more stress? I mean, having to check your step, calories, sleep. It feel like we constantly being monitored.
I see your point, but I think it's depend on how you use it. It's all about finding balance. Take a mental health apps like Calm or Headspace, which is they are not there to replace therapy, but to help manage stress on a day-to-day basis. For students, this is really helpful, especially when we are under pressure.
That's what I like about it. I have used meditation apps to calm down before exam. I like having a quick mental reset at your fingertips. I have even seen some university offer their students free access to these apps, recognizing how important mental health is.
I can see how mental apps could help. But what about the privacy issue? This app collect a lot of our data. Do we know how to secure that information?
Yes, good point, Zari. Privacy is a big concern, especially with health data. Some apps might share your data with third parties, and that definitely something to be cautious about. But many reputable apps now have a strong data protection policy in place, and they comply with regulation like HIPAA, that's we call her HIPAA, to safeguard your information.
It's always important to read the privacy policy before using any health app. I also try to stick to apps recommended by health professional or trusted institution.
I guess it's about being smart with how we use the tool. I can see their benefits, but I definitely pay more attention to privacy and security. If it helps with managing stress and staying healthy, it is worth giving it a try.
Okay. Looking forward, I think technology is only going to get better. Imagine AI driven diagnosis tool or wearable technology that can alert you to potential health issue before you become serious. It is the thing to think about what's next.
Yeah, and for students, this could mean even more accessible and affordable healthcare. Not everyone has time or money for regular checkup, but technology can bridge that gap.
I'm starting to see the potential too. As long as we stay aware of these risks, such as data privacy and over-reliance, I think technology could really benefit our health routines. Maybe I'll try to start by trying out one of those sleeping tracking apps.
You should. It's all about finding the right balance. Use technology to improve your health, but don't forget to important of seeing of a doctor when need.
Agree. It's a tool, not a replacement, but it can make our life a lot easier and healthier if we use it correctly.
Alright, I convinced. Time to upgrade my routine with some healthcare technologies.
Have you guys even thought about how much technology has helped us in developing new skills? I mean, from coding to graphic design, there are endless research online.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I started learning Photoshop through online tutorials. Before, it would have taken me weeks to get through a textbook. But now, I can just follow a video and learn it real time.
Oh, I get that. But do you think we are relying too much on technology? Sure, you can learn things online, but we are really mastering the skill the way we work through the traditional method, like a hands-on practice or classroom learning.
I see where you are coming from, Shazani, but technology just make learning more accessible. You can learn anything from anywhere. I have been using platforms like Coursera and Udemy to pick up skills like coding and data analysis. Without those, I have to take expensive class or wait for specific workshop.
That's the key. I think accessibility. You don't need to wait for a course to start or find a tutor. If you want to learn a skill, whether it's technical or creative, there probably a YouTube video or an online course for it.
Oh, I get that. But what about the quality of learning? Sure, you can watch a video, but without a proper feedback, how do you know if you are actually doing it right? A teacher or mentor in real life give immediate guidance, which is hard to replicate online.
That's a fair point. But some platforms are starting to offer feedback too. For instance, on coding platform like Code Academy, you can get immediate feedback when you make a mistake. Plus, you can join forums or communities where experts over advice.
Exactly. I joined a few online forums where professionals give feedback on my work, like Behance or for designing critiques. It's not the same as having a teacher in the room, but you still get constructive criticism from real people.
I guess that makes sense. I am just worried that we are losing the depths of learning that's come from the traditional education. Sometimes it feel like learning online is more about getting quick result rather than mastering a skill deeply.
It's about balance. Technology is not meant to replace traditional method, but to enhance them. For example, I took an online course to learn the basic of video editing. Once I had the foundation, I practiced on real project with my friends. It's a combination of learning online and hands-on practice.
Yeah, that's what I try to do as well. I take the theory from online research, but then I make sure to apply it real work situation. Whether it's doing freelance work or just practicing on my own, I think both technology and traditional method can complement each other.
Oh, I see, I see. I think I have been to focus on the idea that technology might be replacing the old ways of learning. Maybe I should start using it as a supplement rather than substitute.
There are so many skills we can develop with technology now. For example, I'm learning coding because it's such an important skill in almost every field these days. Platforms like GitHub let you collaborate with other coders, and you can even work on open source or project to build experience.
For me, it's the graphic design. I've been using Adobe suite of tools, and the online tutorial are incredible. I also follow designer on social media to see their creative processes. It's like getting insight from professional without being in a classroom.
I have been thinking about improving my public speaking. There are apps now that use AI to analyze your tone, speed, and clarity. It's not the same as speaking in front of an audience, but it's called had me practice before the real deal.
The future of skill development is definitely going to involve more technology. I can already see how virtual reality, or we call it VR, could be used to simulate real-world experience. Whether it's practicing surgery for student, medical student, or giving presentation to a virtual audience.
Yeah, I heard about VR in design too. You can walk through 3D models of your project and make change on the spot. It's going to open up a lot of opportunity for students who wants to develop practical skill without needing expensive equipment.
So I can see how that would be helpful. Maybe it's time I stop listening and start exploring these tools more. If they help me build a real skill and save time, why not give it a try?
Exactly. Just take it one step at a time. You will find that this can make learning more flexible and even fun. But it's still important to apply what you learn in the real world.
Agreed. Technology is a tool that makes skill development more accessible. But in the end, it's up to us to practice and refine those skills.
Alright, you guys have convinced me. Time to check off some of this online platform. Who know what skill I will pick up next? So we have been talking about technology, but I think we should get into the something specific, which is technology in social media. I think we should get into something specific. It's such a huge part of our life. What do you guys think? Does it help or hurt us academic?
Honestly, it's a bit of both. On one hand, social media can be a huge distraction. There have been so many times where I sit down to study, open my phone to check one thing, and suddenly 30 minutes I scrolling through TikTok and Instagram. It really missed my with my focus. But on the flip side, I have also found social media really useful, especially for connecting with other students. I've enjoyed study group on WhatsApp and even found resource share on Twitter that I would not have discovered otherwise. What about you, Zara?
Yeah, I can relate. Social media is definitely a double-edged sword. I get distracted easily too, especially when I supposed to be studying, but the end up watching random YouTube videos. But like Shahmi said, it's not all bad. I follow a few educational pages on Instagram, and they post quick summaries of complex topics, which is helpful during exam season. And platforms like Link have been great for academic networking.
Oh.
I have connected with professors and other students from different universities. So it can be a useful tool if we use it right.
Exactly. I think it's all about how we use it. Personally, I have found some great study tips and resources on YouTube and Reddit, but the temptation to get lost in the unrelated content is real. I have even found myself joining academic discussion threads that help with certain subject, but again, balancing that with all the distraction can be tricky. Social media has become more than just a place to catch up with a friend. It's a space where we can learn, but we need to know when to unplug.
That's so true. I think one of the biggest challenges is self-control. I have tried using apps that limit my social media usage during study hour, but even then it's easy to get sidetracked. Still, I can deny how helpful platforms like YouTube have been when I need tutorials. There are times when I don't understand something from a lecture, and I will find a 10 minutes video that breaks it down perfectly. Social media gives us access to so much knowledge if we use it internationally.
Exactly. YouTube is basically my go-to for anything I don't get it in class. Sometimes it's explain concept in way that are easier to understand than textbook or even lectures. I also like that people post studies hacks and technique on TikTok. Sometimes it's funny to watch the video in social media, and it's also social media was supposed to be just entertainment, but now it's evolving into an academic resource too.
Right, Darif. There are definitely a shift happening, but there are also that pressure from social media to always be productive. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I follow some account that post about study routine and being productive 24 hours. While it can be motivating, sometimes it's unrealistic. It's me feel like I am not doing enough when I in reality. Everyone has their own pace. I think social media can put too much pressure on students to constantly achieve.
I know exactly what you mean, Shazani. It's like this hustle culture. Everyone posting their perfect study setup, talking about pulling all-nighters, and it makes me feel like I'm feeling behind. That's one of the downside for sure. For sure, we start comparing ourselves to others and forget that not everyone show the hard moment on social media. It's all filtered to look perfect.
Yeah, it creates this false sense of competition sometimes. You constantly comparing yourself to other students who seem to have it all figured out. But what we don't see are their struggle or the time they fail. Social media show only the highlights, so we have to be careful not to let it mess our mindset. I try to focus on using it for what benefit me academically and not get caught up in the heart.
Yes, I see. We just need to find that balance. Social media is great tool for learning and connecting with others, but we also need to know when to log off and focus. It's easy to get trapped in the endless scroll. Setting boundaries with our users is key.
Yeah, I think I need to start setting strictly boundary for myself. Maybe set designated time to check social media so I'm not tempted when I'm supposed to be studying. At the end of the day, it's about how we use it. If we can control that, social media can be a real asset to our academic journey.
Agree. We just have to be more disciplined with how we approach it. Social media isn't going anywhere, so it's up to us to make sure it works for us academically, rather than against us.
Exactly. If we stay mindful of how we are using it, I think we can harness the good part of social media without letting it take over. So let's try to make it our academic tool rather than a distraction. So guys, we have talked about social media, but what about communication in general? Technology has changed how we communicate, especially in academic setting. I remember when everything had to be face to face or through email. Now the messaging and apps and platform like Zoom, it's way easier to connect with professor and classmate. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's crazy how much it's changed. I can imagine trying to coordinate group project without WhatsApp or Google Meet. Group chats are lifesaver for staying in touch, especially when we can meet in person. I think it makes collaboration smoother, but sometimes it can feel like there's too much communication. My phone never stops buzzing with notification, even late at night. It's hard to switch off.
I feel you, Shah. While it's convenient to have everything so accessible, it does blur the line between work and personal time. Before, if you had a question for your lecturer, you wait until office hour or send an email. Now, with instant messaging, it like people expect immediate response, even an odd hour. But overall, I think it's beneficial, especially when it's come to getting quick feedback and clarification on assignment.
That's true, Zarif. I have noticed that too. Everyone expects things to happen faster now. But for group work, I think it's great. We can have a quick discussion, for example, like we do now. And I think we share the document and even work on the same file in real time using a Google document or similar tool. It definitely have improved how we collaborate on project. It's also easier to stay organized since everything is digital and we don't have to deal with a long email chain. But yeah, it can be a bit overwhelmed when everyone available 24 hours.
For sure. One thing I appreciate though is how technology has made academic communication more inclusive. For example, we have got classmates who might be shy to speak up in person, but they are more comfortable contributing to discussion in group chats or online forums. It's like technology gives everyone a voice, even those who are not usually outspoken. Do you guys think it's changed how we communicate with professors too?
Oh, definitely. I remember in my first year, I was so nervous about emailing my professor. Now, with platforms like Microsoft Teams and Models, we can reach out directly, and it feels more casual. Plus, some professors are more responsive through this platform than they would be via email. It's like the barrier between student and teacher has become smaller. I feel more comfortable asking questions when I know I can send a quick message and get a fast response.
Same here. I feel like our professors are more approachable with all these new communication tools. And for online class, being able to message during the lecture help when you don't want to interrupt the flow but still need a clarification. It's also useful when we miss a class. We can quickly ask a classmate for note or update without feeling lost. But do you think convenience of this tool has made us too dependent on them?
That's an interesting point. I do think we have become a little too dependent on instant communication. Sometimes I find myself messaging classmates about things I could figure out on my own if I just took a few extra minutes. It's like we are losing the ability to solve problems independently because it's easier to just ask someone right away. On the other hand, I think the benefit outweighs the negative, especially in group project where everyone needs to stay updated.
Yeah, I agree with that. The constant communication can make us a bit lazy, but at the same time, it's a huge advantage when working on something collaborative. Also, it made long distance communication so much easier. I have a friend who had to go back home abroad for a while, but thanks to technology, he could still attend group meeting virtually and contribute to our project like he was on campus. So in that sense, it opened up a lot of possibility that weren't there before.
Yeah, that's true. We are not limited by physical distance anymore. Even during the pandemic, technology keep us connect academically, like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and other platforms became our classroom. And while it's not the same as being in person, it keeps us on track. I think that's one of the biggest change the technology has brought to communication. It makes learning accessible anywhere and anytime.
Yeah, the ability to communicate from anywhere is huge. Before all this, we were tied to physical location and specific time. Now we can have group discussion from home, ask questions in the middle of the night, and even attend guest lecture from international speakers without leaving campus. It's made academic life more flexible. The only thing is we need to find a balance so we don't end up communicating non-stop. Even during breaks, I think that's where we have to set boundaries.
Absolutely. Setting boundaries is important, especially with all the notification and group chat going on. I start muting my academic group after a certain time just to get a break. Otherwise, it feels like we always on and that exhausting. But overall, I think technology has improved the way we communicate for academic purpose. We just have to use it smartly.
Yeah, I agree with that, Yusarif. When used well, technology has changed our communication and helped us stay connected academically. We just need to be mindful and of how and when we use it. After all, it's about making our life easier, not more stressful, Shahmi.
Exactly. Finding that balance is key. As long as we can manage the constant flow of communication, I think the benefits are clear: faster response, easier collaboration, and better access to resource.
Yeah, the tools are there to help us, and they do. It's just about setting the limit and knowing when to log off. But I have to admit, I struggle a lot more with my study if we didn't have this platform to keep us connected.
Yeah, same here. Technology has definitely changed the game for academic communication, and I think we are lucky to have this resource. We just have to use them wisely.
are you doing?
I am doing Canva with assignment.
Before
that-
this, you have told me that you use Canva, right?
Yes, I am Canva for doing assignment.
Can you show it to me?
Sure. Okay. First, Canva have many benefit for us because it have many template for us for use. For example, I use this template and that's very beautiful.
Can you explain it to me what you present before this?
Okay. Before this, I have present with our group member about speaking skill. Speaking skill that practicing the taking. So at this point is here. That's we use the technology to improve our education, which is we have can use the Canva.
Oh wow! So the student must be more understand we use this, right?
Yes.
Wow. Also, you just take a main point, right?
Yes. I can explain more about with the technology. With the book, we just have to communicate, but we can show the proof.
Oh. Oh wow! Very interesting. I will apply it for my studying after this.
Sure.
Thank you.
I will teach you about how to use it.
Thank you, Jenny.
Okay.
Hey Zare,
Hi, Syamil.
what are you doing?
I do some revision on our asas tata bahasa Melayu.
Oh. People nowadays not use this book anymore. We have a technology such as like notes at Google Scholarship, Google anything technology.
But I don't really know how to use it.
Oh, that's you can learn more with me.
Can you teach me?
Oh yes, sure. Okay, I get it. Ha.
Wow. Where this come from?
Oh, it's magic.
Wow. So
Okay.
this book, put it aside.
Ah yes,
Alright.
fine. Alright. I will explain you about ChatGPT.
What is it?
You can get anything you want at this. Such as you want notes about Malacca history. Just take it. Just type it here. How to spell history? You get it? Everything is here.
So, if I want to search for some note,
Oh, sure. Oh, just you give me notes about bahasa Melayu. Huh.
just like that.
This technology lah, Zarif. One more thing. If you want to contact me, you can use this Google Meet.
For what for?
Google Meet, like and meeting. You just open this Google Meet and make a link, and we can discuss about our education.
No one ever told me to use this. That's why I use the old way, that using the textbook.
Okay, now you know about technology. You can learn more technology with me.
Not really, but I will do. I will try to do it.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Oh, I really stressed with my work. What should I do? I think I need to ask Nabila what she do when she is stressed. Please, Nabila. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Nabila. What are you doing?
Currently I'm doing my assignment.
Oh, sorry to disturb you, but I want to ask you something. What do you do when you stress?
I'm not telling me, and the things that I do when I am stressed is I will go on shopping website to probably just window shopping or purchase anything because I find shopping something during I am stressed can cure my stress.
Oh, that's a great thing. But do you where can I shopping in this night? Can you suggest any?
You can just go on the app like Shop, Shopee, Zalora, or TikTok Shop.
Oh wow, that's a great idea. I think I want to buy my new clothes. Oh,
Buy what?
my new clothes.
Sure.
Alright, thank you Nabila. You really make my day.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. I will try a suggestion from Nabila. It's a great idea. Nabila is very clever girl. Shopee. Oh, this online platform. Wow. Very t-shirt. I want to buy t-shirt. Where is? Oh, my connection is very low. This make me more stress. Oh, Jenny.
Oh, Shami.
Oh.
I heard that you have stress, and I will suggest you about a game that will reduce your stress.
Wow.
Okay.
Good to hear that. What
From
is
the technology,
Hmm?
this technology, you can use
Play
it-
online game.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
For example, you play online game, and you will have many choice that you want to play.
The internet is very low. That is the technology have a pro and cons, right?
Yes, right. So here there's a game that you will choice.
Can I play?
For example, you ni. Oh,
Why?
that's you can after you stress with the assignment or another things that you can play some games that can reduce your stress. Shami,
Oh,
you get it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.